We're cooking with Thunder Bay.
Chef Mike Stigler is back to make a delicious fresh berry salad. And before the break, we said it'd be good for lunch, dinner, any special occasion. Seriously, you could eat this for breakfast, too. Yeah. It has all these great berries in it. Yeah, this looks great. Mike, good to have you this morning.
Well, thank you very much. Hopefully the weather's going to start warming up here. I think we had a slight glimpse of it the other day, and hopefully that's going to keep up. So we're kind of moving into some spring items on the menu out at Thunder Bay now, and one of them is this delicious berry salad, which we've had on in years past. We take it off in the winter, and then we just recently reintroduced it to the lunch menu.
Awesome.
So I'm going to show you how we put together this delicious light poppy seed dressing, which is kind of the dressing for this salad.
And we have the recipe posted on our website,
yes,
too.
Indeed. I broke it down from a big batch size into a smaller size so everybody can make this up at home if they like.
All right.
So what we start off with here is light mayonnaise. This is just like a Hellmann's product that's had all the calories and most of the fat removed. At home, I like to use the stuff that has like the olive oil mixed in it, instead of the vegetable oil. So we get that going in there. And into that, we're going to add skim milk.
Okay.
This is 2 cups of skim milk, and this is going to kind of help to form the basis of our dressing. So we're going to get that all into our mixing bowl and start kind of whisking that all together.
Just to go back with the mayo, did you say you used like a lower fat or a light mayo?
Yeah, the idea with this is that because it's spring and people are eating lighter and we got berries and all the rest of that stuff going in here, kind of wanted to continue that theme with the dressing and make it sort of a light dressing. So that's a light mayonnaise and then skim milk as opposed to whole milk. And then you mentioned that you smelled a little bit of a vinaigrette action going on here. Well, that's just white. Well, it might be that. Maybe it's overpowering the vinegar that I have here. Let's hope not. But this is just straight white vinegar. We're going to go ahead and mix that in there as well. Get that all going together really nice. And then we're going to sweeten this up because this is going to go with berries, like I said. And this is going to kind of help to highlight the berries. And this is not sugar. It's dusty. Careful.
Yeah.
This is Splenda instead. If you wanted to use NutraSweet or something like that, you could do that as well. But we use Splenda. So this is actually sugar-free. And it's low fat, so you get the sweetness and you get the texture of the mayonnaise without a lot of that extra fat in there. Into that we add the key element here, which is poppy seeds.
Opiates.
So you guys are going to have a real interesting rest of the show after you try this. Now, poppy seeds are actually something that's kind of really high in antioxidants.
Yeah.
And it's also high in fiber. So that kind of helps to add visually to the look of the dressing. And then it also is going to help to add a little bit of extra healthy kind of a kick there. So,
do they add much flavor?
It adds more of a texture than a flavor. I mean, I don't want to go as far as to say it's crunchy, but it adds a little bit of that sort of a texture to it. So from there, we're going to start putting together our salad. So what I
love
have...
how you always do it in a bag.
I know.
It's so awesome.
I travel
I have
with
yet
lettuce
to do
in
it
bags.
at home, though.
That's the way I do it. No, just get a bread bag. Save a bread bag, turn it inside out. You put your fresh greens right in the bag. That way you don't have another extra bowl to mess up. So we're going to take some of our poppy seed dressing. We're going to put that directly in the bag with our salad.
And you have just a mixed field green.
Because what you made was a lot of dressing. If you're doing this at home and you don't want to make quite as much, you could pare down half the recipe.
You could, and the nice thing about this is because there's nothing that's not shelf stable in the dressing, you could take that and put it into an empty, pasta jar, mason jar, whatever, put it on the shelf in your fridge, and you could use this dressing almost as like a straight dip for fruit because it's really good that way too.
Well, I was going to ask you, I know it's so much healthier to make your own dressings, but how long do they typically last?
As long as you're not putting anything, like egg or anything in there, it'll last a pretty good long time. I would say you could probably keep this dressing about 2 weeks, in the fridge and use it up for different things. And once you get a taste of it, it's not going to last that long.
Yeah,
You're gonna use it for other stuff. So to this bag, I added a little bit of granola mixture, which has some dried fruit in there. And that's going to help to add a little bit more texture there. And then you're going to see I'm going to pop this right out onto the plate with no bowl, no mess like that. So we got that. Plus, it gives it a nice bit of height like that. So we got all of our greens right in there.
So good.
Then we're going to add in our fruits. So we've got fresh raspberries, which we're going to put across the top there.
Yum.
We've got fresh strawberries, which we're going to put across the top there. We've got blueberries, and in the restaurant we use whichever berries are fresh and seasonal. So sometimes the berries are a little bit different, but these are the ones that we try to get in nice and fresh every day. And of course we've got blackberries, which add another delicious flavor. And then we're going to garnish that up with just a little bit of extra granola, kind of around the top like that. And you've got the sweetness and the acidity of that dressing mixing with the greens and the sweetness of the fruit, and that's just a really delicious way to help bring in the spring season out at Thunder Bay.
Fantastic.
I love blueberries.
What about your
Easter brunch? Do you want to kind of fill us in on what people can do to take advantage of that?
Yeah, definitely. Easter brunch is coming up on April 20th this year on Sunday, and we're going to be serving our annual brunch from 10 o'clock until 4. So we're going to have Chef Dino out there making omelets. We're going to have chef carved prime rib. We're going to have ham. We're going to have a variety of different fish options and all the breakfast options, full produce bar. champagne fountain. I mean, it's going to be just a
Nice.
delicious way to spend your Easter.
That's Sunday, April 20th.
Yeah.
So I bet you recommend that people make reservations.
Definitely. We already have we have about 800 reservations right now, I
Wow.
think, at last count. So it is filling up kind of quick, but we still do have some spots left. That's one of the reasons I wanted to mention it today a little bit far in advance, so that if people want to come, I highly recommend making some reservations.
Fantastic.
Sounds good.
And that's from 10 until 4 on Easter. So you can check out the brunch again. Sunday, April 20th from 10 to 4 is the Easter brunch. You can see some of that delicious carved up ham there. Call 262-523-4244 to make your reservation right now because it's filling up fast. Again, 262-523-4244 or ThunderBayGrill.com, conveniently located in Pewaukee, just off of 94.
That dressing is delicious.
Isn't it good?
I'm going to
I'm
make that
telling
at
you.
home.
You
should,
Make
yeah.
that at home. It's really good.
Recipes on our website.
Yeah,
Thanks so
Mike.
much, Mike.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.